I don't always read everything that I should. It's part of the reason I make videos for people that are like me. And so when I gave advice about what to do if you're using a Joomla version that's 4.2.7 or less in the Joomla 4 series, I forgot to say some things that also should be taken care of. So in this video, I'm going to take care of that. Brought to you by mysites.guru. Do you have a Joomla site? Of course you do. Head on over to mysites.guru and get a free site audit for it. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 252 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also work on Joomla sites, build them, maintain them, migrate them to Joomla 4. So if you are looking to hire someone long-term or short-term, or just to get you out of a spot, drop me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. All right, and a shout out to Allison Makes. Thank you very much for pointing out that I had missed these important instructions. Let's get to them right away. I will post this link in the video description, but here's the release news for the Joomla 4.2.8 security release. There's a big thing in 4.2.7 or all the way back down to 4.00. That's a vulnerability, so you need to update to 4.2.8 right away. And once you've done that, there are some things that you should do, and we can see in the article right here. This is what I missed reading, was that you're strongly advised to renew the passwords for all credentials that are stored in the global site configuration, namely database, SMTP, Redis, and HTTP proxy. I'm going to show you how to do database and SMTP because I've never used either of these last two, but I'm going to show you a place where to change them, and then you will be tickety-boo and all secure. All right, first thing you're going to do is go into your web hosting control panel. Now, I provide my clients that host with me cPanel. I really like this control panel. And so basically, if you don't have cPanel for your web hosting, you're just going to follow the general principles. And you're going to go to the file manager, and then you're going to go to the folder that your Joomla install is in. Now, I have some Joomla installs in some subfolders here, but I'm going to go to the public HTML where the main Joomla site is that I'm going to be updating the configuration file for right now. Once you're in that folder, you're going to scroll down to configuration.php. Now I right click and I go edit, and it opens up. Now here is the file. We're going to change all the information. And a lot of this information is in the global configuration file for the site, which you see I already have opened up here. But there's some things that you can change and some things you can't change. And for those that are going to point out, when I'm changing the password, I did try the system of changing the password. I kept getting errors, so that's why I've just reverted to use the manual updating in configuration.php. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is change the password for the user that is accessing the database that this Joomla site is running off of. Now, to do that, we're going to go in cPanel again. We're going to find the area that's databases and go to MySQL databases. I click on that, and you'll see here's the list of all the databases, and here's the list of the users that are accessing those databases. Now, it's a good practice to only have one user per database. That way, if one user's account was compromised, you don't have a whole bunch of databases compromised. So the question is, which one of these users is the one that this particular site is using? Well, we can see that by going to the global configuration file. And to do that, you're going to go to here in the home page, the admin, and then just go to global configuration. And in this server tab, when we scroll down, you will see database username, basicjoo_joonew, and the password. So I'm going to go back to the cPanel, and there's basicjoo_joonew, and I'm going to go here and change the password. Now, to put a password in here, there's a tool for a password generator, but I like using Bitwarden for managing my passwords, and they have a cool little thing here where you can go down and you can generate a password, and it's automatically copied for you to just go Control-V and paste. And when we go in here, we go Control-V, and that is great. Now, I'm not going to change this because I also have to change it in the configuration.php. Now, your database user information sometimes appears up at the top or near the top of this configuration file. Sometimes it occurs down at the bottom. It varies depending on just different things. I don't even understand why it varies, but On this one, I know we just scroll down a little bit and you will see it is right here where it says password. We're going to select the old password and I'm going to just go Control V and paste the new password. I'm not going to bother blurring this because I'm just going to change this after I make this tutorial. Now we have the new password in the configuration file ready to save, and we have it here ready to save in the cPanel. So right here I'm going to click change password. Okay. And then I'm going to go to configuration.php. I'm going to save that. Okay. And now I can go and make sure the page is working. Scroll up the top and we go. And I've changed both and now the site is working. So that's how to change the password for the user that's accessing the database for your site. Now let's look at the SMTP. Now what is SMTP? I think it's Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It could be wrong, but basically in your configuration file, if you are sending mail that your Joomla site sends out through an SMTP connection through a mail server, you will have something like this where the mail server name for your site is, the ports, and the sending username, and then there will be an SMTP password. And so you have to have the password for this email in order for Joomla to send out. Now to change that, again, you're going to go back to your control panel, and then you're going to look for email, and then you're going to go to your email account. Now, I like to have a unique email address for sending mail from the site, because if I use one of the common ones that I use with my other email programs or for other things, if I change the password here, I have to change it on all my devices on my phone and on my desktop. So I like to have one address that the Joomla site is sending out of. For this one, mail@basicjoomla.com. So I want to change the password. I can go to Manage, and I can now enter a new password. We can go to Bitwarden, and we can generate the password, and I can go Control V. Now it's ready for me to save, but again, we have to go to configuration.php, and now we're looking for SMTP password, and we scroll down and we will find it right here. Now I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because this site was not set up to send an SMTP. So I paste the new password in here, Control V, and this time I'll click Save on configuration.php. I will go back into where I'm editing this information in cPanel, and I will scroll down and I'll go Update Mail Settings. And now I have changed the password. Subscribe for more videos. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.